Protests around the country have simmered down, but out on the streets, the conversation is still going and the feelings are real and raw. For more than a week, there's been lots of tears, anger, and sadness out there, but also people are hopeful and optimistic. Lots of people are talking, and we here at NBC4 want to be part of the conversation. So tonight at 7 o'clock, right here, we are going to talk. We're going to have a conversation with men who look just like this man here, our very own NBC4's Matt Barnes. He started the conversation over the weekend, and we want to keep it going. Matt, what hit you the most in that video where you said, we got to have this conversation in the newsroom?
It was, even from seeing George Floyd's death right in front of our eyes, the feelings were boiling up, and in this profession we have to see it over and over again and talk about it a lot. But then over the weekend, seeing the rioting and the looting, the message was being lost, and that's when I said, all right, we need to have a conversation about what the real problem is. It's racism, it's racial injustice, the bad police that are out there that are doing the wrong thing. And there are
so many that are doing good.
So many, the vast majority are, but there are some bad ones as well. And it's just calling them out, having accountability for police and things like that. So it just boiled up in me.
But did you feel different, funny about doing something like this? Only because you're an anchor, you're a TV man. Yeah. You're not supposed to have feelings. You're not supposed to have opinions about stuff like this, but you're also a black man in America.
And that's what it is. I'm not normally the one that goes out and protests. I'm not normally the one that goes out and says a lot. I'm always supporting, but this one hit hard, and it keeps happening and happening and happening. And at some point, the water overflows. And this one, it seemed like now is the time to do this. Yeah. Now is the time where everyone is really talking about it. They're thinking about it. They can't get away from it.
All the attention is right on what's going on.
So let's have the conversation.
So let me ask you this. So why was it so important for you to do this conversation at 7 o'clock tonight without hearing from politicians, without hearing from organizers, without hearing from some of the talking heads that we've heard from so many times before? You want to hear from the average man out there.
Because those are the people that are hurting right now. Those are the ones at the protests. And those are the ones whose message is getting lost, while we, and rightfully so, we do have to hear from the politicians and the police and all these government officials. But I want to hear from the small business owner. I want to hear from the mom. I want to hear from that community member. Those are the people that are really in the community and are being impacted by all that's happening right now.
And I've said to so many of my girlfriends and some of my friends who are, they're trying to help me figure this out, and they're trying to figure it out as well. And I said, the prayers that I have over my children are not the same prayers that you have for yours. So let's talk about it. Keep that conversation going.
I say it all the time. I have so many friends that have reached out to me over these past 10 days or so, asking me how I'm doing. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, I went to the protest on Tuesday just to see it.
The prayer one.
And went to the prayer with the African American Male Wellness Initiative. And it was chicken soup for the soul to see the diversity there. To see the prayer. You know how important prayer can be. That's what we need more of, and that's what I want the focus to be. And I can't wait to hear what these people, these people that we invited to have to say. And I think it's something all of us need to hear. Doesn't matter what race, what you believe. Please listen.
Absolutely. Once again, you can catch the conversation tonight right here on NBC4 at 7 o'clock, a live, down-to-earth conversation with your friends, your neighbors, hosted by Matt Barnes and myself. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you, Darlene.